March is the month of huge shifts and changes of outer planets and new beginnings on a collective and a personal level. With all the planets now direct, this allows for flow of new projects and activities. This means that now is your best opportunity to put out into the universe anything that you want to create. The tides are flowing out and they're offering new chances to initiate, start, or begin things. The flow is working with you to manifest your future. We're going to have this open period of time until April 7th that we are free of all retrogrades and eclipses. What you need to know for your March horoscope. Hi, I'm Patricia Tate with WillowGraceMystic.com, and this is your astrology forecast for March 2023. So Aries and Aries rising. The overall energy of the first half of March is very Piscean. Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. It represents the culmination of every other sign's karmic evolution. The energy is dreamy, glamorous, otherworldly. It's about dissolving or breaking down the barriers between people, reality, dreams. And at this time, you're invited to dream, imagine, and create. And for you, this is in your 12th house, literally of dreams and intuition and spirit guides and Akashic records. So on March 2nd, Mercury is going to be the first one to enter Pisces. Pisces being very intuitive and imaginative, so expect your imagination to become very strong over the next coming weeks. Your intuition is going to be spot on. Take this time to focus on your hobbies and creative projects. Mercury may have you focusing on several topics at once, so leave time to focus and reflect where your energy is best spent. Your mental energy can be disciplined and focused, and you can work on long-term plans for your goals. You can pay attention to the details and make use of the practical outlook of things in this area of your life. Then on March 7th, the timekeeper planet of Saturn moves into Pisces. Now this is huge on a personal level and on the collective. Saturn has been in the sign of Aquarius for the past few years. This is part of the changing of the guards, which is the outer planets. They're all shifting into new signs. So looking back, if Saturn in Aquarius was strong power of concentration and practicality, moving forward, Saturn in Pisces means that you may need to work on being more reflective and understanding of the past, to be more introspective and understanding yourself, to be more compassionate and understand others, to do all this in a healthy and responsible way. And it is spirituality that's grounded with practical idealism. We are all going to lean towards being more contemplative, purposeful, and grounded. And then on the same day, March 7th, we're going to have this full moon in Virgo. Remember that full moons, they reveal areas of your life that were hidden. Virgo likes things that are lists and organized and details. So this full moon is about revealing things that are needed for completing projects or tasks, revealing where you need to have a plan to follow through. This full moon's a culmination and a promise of which was started at the new moon. So you're going to find routine and self-care. And this is in your house of, pets and your service to others, and in the house of how do you balance your work and your mental, physical self, your health, your well-being. Then on March 16th, Venus is the planet of love and romance, and she moves into the very relaxed and stable sign of Taurus. She loves to be here, and she's very comfortable. Your feelings of love and romance that you feel for others, you're now going to take a more grounded and earthy quality to them. So at this time, you may feel more sensual, a desire for strong physical connections in the areas of love and romance. You may also be less motivated to act quickly and prefer to enjoy life at a more slower pace. Now, it's about this time during the month that the flow of energy is going to shift from watery intuition to Aries. Aries represents fire, passion, drive, thrust. It's now that you're going to be ready to ignite and to dive into new. Mercury is the first one to shift on March 19th. Mercury rules your thoughts, travel, communication, your ideas. Your mind is going to be very active with your ideas and plans that are going to be flowing freely. This is the initiative needed to make progress happen in your first house of self. How do you present yourself to others? How do other people see you? This is the area of your life that is now going to be lit up. And then on March 20th, the sun joins up in your first house of self. Aries being the first sign of the zodiac. This is the zodiacal new year. You're going to be full of energy, drive, enthusiasm, so expect your excitement to be high. You are now feeling motivated and driven with everything with self. This can be your time to focus on what you need to be more motivated to take action with. You can take the initiative and you can charge forward with things that you want to either initiate with yourself, change with yourself, the way that people perceive you. And then on the very next day, March 21st, a lot of action happening here. The moon joins up with the sun, and now we have this new moon in Aries. Again, your first house of self. New moons, they're always times to initiate. It's about focusing on new beginnings, new adventures, new journeys. And you're going to be feeling excited about what is possible, feeling ready to get moving. Your energy is going to continue to be high, and you're going to focus on what you want to get started and act quickly on right now. New haircut, new look, new something that you want to jump into and start into. And then March 23rd, Pluto enters Aquarius. Now this is huge again as a collective and on a personal level. Pluto has been in Capricorn for over a decade. This is part of the changing of the guards or the outer planets, all changing signs. Pluto in Aquarius means that you're going to be more passionate about the future, and change can be prolific and long lasting. But we need to make sure that we are transforming for the better of all, not just a few. Remember that Aquarius is for the people, by the people. And then on March 25th, Mars enters Cancer. Mars is finally leaving Gemini after an exhausting and extended stay, and now moves into the very sensitive sign of Cancer. You're going to have more energy, more drive for matters that involve your home and your family. You can start new projects and plans from the ground up and work on having a stronger foundation, because this is in your fourth house of home, family, roots, foundation. I would love to hear about how this resonates with you in your chart. In the comments below, to hear updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe.